Hello, I've been making vegetable growing videos for a number of years now. You may have seen some of them. I've stitched together some of those videos to make a start to finish video. Why have I done that? Well, if you're like me, you'll find there's nothing more frustrating in watching gardening videos than getting half a story. You see the planting, but you don't see the harvesting. You see the harvesting, but you don't see the planting. It's half a video, isn't it? The missing half of the story might be there somewhere, but you just can't find it. And there could be any number of reasons for that, couldn't there? There could be any number of reasons why the piece of video you're looking for isn't there, or you can't find it. So what I've done is, over the years, I've shot videos of me sowing and growing and harvesting, and I've stitched those videos together to make a full-length video, a start to finish video. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put up a selection of those start to finish videos for you to peruse, and should you want to look at any of those videos, I'll place a link in the text below the video. So there is no link in the video, the link is in the text below the video. I'll also include in this list some start to finish videos that I've done of gardening experiments and trials, and you may enjoy those as well. And again, those links will be in the text below. They will not be in the video itself, in the text below. Okay, let's go, let's get this list up. See if there's anything on there that you might want to grow. See how I do it. You might want to follow my lead. You might have better ideas. Certainly if you have better ideas, I'd love you to come back with them. If you're getting some successes, this is what gardening's about, isn't it? Sharing ideas, sharing successes. Definitely come back to us on that one. Give us a link to your videos. We'll pop over and have a look at them. Okay, so let's get this show on the road. Let's get these up on screen. And then if you want to watch any of the videos on any of the subjects, go to the text below the video and click a link. Okay, see you at the end of the video. How to grow carrots in a pot, start to finish. This is a video that shows me make some compost for carrots, fill pots and sow seeds, and then at the end of the video you'll actually see these carrots being harvested. This is one of my more popular videos. I think you'll enjoy that one. How to make the smallest compost pile in the world, start to finish. This is so easy to do, so easy to do. Not many ingredients required, and it's something that you would be doing in the colder months of the year. At least that's when I do it, but that's all explained in the video. Another start to finish video from Homegrown Veg. How to grow beetroot. Mystery solved, start to finish. Well, it may not be a mystery to you, but it will be a mystery to some. If you plant a row of 50 beetroots, invariably 100 seedlings pop up. What's all that about? Well, if you watch this video, if you don't know the answer, you will know by the end of the video. How to grow green onions, shallots, in pots from start to finish. And I think you might be surprised at how many shallots we actually get out of this small bucket from just planting 4. How to grow parsnips from start to finish in a raised bed. Yeah, okay, so these parsnips were started indoors on damp tissue and transferred into the raised bed. I think you'll see me doing that. You'll see me planting these guys, and I think I use a leg off a coffee table, an old leg that I had. That's a neat trick. You may want to check that one out, and then see me harvest the parsnips at the end of the video. How to capture winter sunshine in your garden start to finish. Well, if you're watching this video in the autumn or the winter of the year and we're losing the light, you've got things growing in pots, perhaps winter garlic, winter onions, and you've had to move the buckets close to a fence to get them away from the worst of the weather, out of the wind. Well, you've also taken some light from them by doing that. So this is a neat trick just to reflect some light back onto your vegetables. How to grow vegetables and double your return from one pot start to finish. Okay, imagine we're midway through summer. You've grown early potatoes in your buckets, in your pots, you've emptied them out, and now you've got some soil and you've got an empty bucket, and you've got a few months of summer left, a few weeks of summer left, and you want to try and get a second crop from that pot, from that bucket. Well, it can be done and using the same soil. Simply invigorate it, put it back in the bucket, plant something else. That's what I do every year. Check this video out. This is another start to finish video you'll enjoy. How to grow more potatoes using shopping bags for an extended harvest. Well, if you're like me, you're trying to get your early potatoes as early as you can. You upend a bucket and the potatoes that come out, there's lots of them, but they're all small, and you're kicking yourself now. You've gone too soon. Well, you won't do that again if you try this. Check this video out. This is a neat trick. Okay, how to grow bigger, better plants on your windowsill start to finish. I think we all start our plants off indoors, don't we? Or most of us do, just to get them away that bit quicker. And if you're on a windowsill, I don't need to tell you this, they do tend to lean towards the light, don't they? Well, in this video I use a light meter to demonstrate how you can actually reflect some light back onto those seedlings and make them grow just a wee bit straighter and a wee bit stronger. How to water your raised bed onions the easy way, start to finish. If you've got a raised bed and you struggle to actually water plants individually because they're too far away and you can't get close to them, well, this is a way to dribble or single shot all the onions watered from one side of the bed. A steady hand is needed for this, and this again is a start to finish video. I think you'll enjoy it. How to do your own seed germination trial start to finish. Well, if you're like me, you've got lots of packets of seeds that are already open, you've used some of them, and now you're deciding, can I use what's left in this packet? Should I sow them or throw them? Will they germinate? There's only one way to find out. You need to do a seed germination trial. It's dead easy to do and you'll enjoy doing it. This is a good watch. How to test and adjust your soil pH in a raised bed start to finish. Well, certain vegetables like certain pHs in soil, and there are lots of charts on the internet that will tell you what pH is recommended for the vegetable you intend to grow. Once you know that pH, you need to check the soil in the raised bed and amend it. I do every year, and this is a video of me doing that. How to grow an amazing mixture of great tasty spicy salad leaves in a pot or bucket. In this video I actually use a seed mat. Now you can also get seed tapes, and these are ideal for gardeners who perhaps their eyesight isn't as good as it used to be, or their dexterity isn't as good as it used to be, and picking up small seeds is difficult. This is an absolute cinch. If you fall into that category, if you want to grow these, yeah, have a go at it. Check this video out. How to water vegetables growing in a pot start to finish. Save the planet. Yeah, well, if you're going to water your vegetables, then make sure the water actually goes where it's needed most and gets to the roots of the plant. This is just a short video. It's common sense really, but you may want to watch it, you may not. How to grow beans in pots start to finish. Well, clearly a bean is a fairly sizable plant, so in this video I grow dwarf broad beans and dwarf runner beans. I think those might be termed bush beans in the US. I'm not certain of that, but this is the smaller variety of bean, and it's ideal for growing in pots. And this will show you me starting these guys off and harvesting them. Potatoes burst the bucket. Best compost for growing potatoes in start to finish. Well, in this particular video, I start off 4 buckets of potatoes. I think there's 1 potato in each. They're all the same variety, they all have the same number of chits on. Each bucket has the same amount of fertilizer added to it. But I use 4 different growing mediums. I think I use soil, I think I use some recycled garden waste compost, forest bar, forest floor scrape. I can't actually recall what I use, but I use 4 different growing mediums. And one of the pots actually bursts under the load, under the strain. And this is a start to finish. It's a good video. Beetroot seed clusters experiment start to finish. This is a small experiment, a simple experiment, but it's an eye-opener. If you're growing beets or beetroot, this video is well worth a watch. How to grow carrots in buckets, 1 week, 2 week and 4 week comparison. I get a lot of comments coming in on the channel about carrots that have been grown, seeds that have been sown, and nothing seems to be happening, and how long does it take before you see anything, and how big should they be. So basically I sow my carrots at few weekly intervals so that I get a longer crop availability, and in this video there are carrots at 1 week, 2 weeks and 4 weeks, and that should give you an idea of how well your carrots should be doing if you've sown any. "16-inch square foot raised bed garden start to finish." It's a bit tongue-in-cheek this really. I needed to mark out a raised bed to take 18 seed potatoes, and it's an 8 foot by 4 foot bed, and I wanted to make absolutely certain that every seed potato got the same amount of growing room in the bed. This is a neat trick. It's well worth a watch. How to grow tomatoes from shop bought tomatoes start to finish. This basically shows me taking some seeds from a shop bought tomato, germinating them and growing them on, start to finish. Cut a potato in half experiment start to finish, the results are in. Well, I'd seen lots of people do this on other gardening videos, cut potatoes in half. In fact, a lot of them would offer the potato up to the camera, show you that there are 2 chits on it, cut the potato in half and then do it again and again and again and again, and the 10 potatoes become 20 half potatoes, and then there'll be some discussion about sealing over the cut side of the potato, and then that will be it, nothing more after that. And it got me thinking, well, does this work? Because I haven't seen an end. I've seen a beginning, I just haven't seen an end. So I did it myself, and then I saw an end. And yeah, there is a result, and I compare it with potatoes that aren't cut in half. So it's worth a watch, definitely. Dubious potato reveal from a pot start to finish. What do you think? Well, I think this is fake gardening news. Plain and simple, fake gardening news. I'm going to tell you no more about that video. If you haven't seen it, watch it, let me know what you think. How to grow organic potatoes in pots, forest bark and wood chip start to finish. Well, if you're a follower of my channel, you'll know I like to try all kinds of different growing mediums, seaweed and leaves, soil, wood chip and forest bark, anything really. This is simply a video, start to finish, shows me planting, growing and harvesting potatoes from forest bark and wood chip. How to grow 10 leeks in a 10-inch pot, start to finish. Okay, well this came about by accident actually. I'd harvested some early potatoes, so I had a bucket, I had a 10-inch pot, I had some soil, and I had some summer months left, and so I reinvigorated the pot, the compost, put it back in the bucket, and I had some leeks left over, and I actually had 10 leeks left over. That there were no room in the raised bed, so I thought, why not just plant them in this pot? So I did that, not expecting to get the result I got, but yeah, I got a good result from this one. Check it out. Oh, a vegetable seed quiz and sunshine for carrots start to finish. Well, I had a bit of fun with this one. I actually pop some vegetable seeds up to see if you can recognise them, and then we start talking about how much sunshine you actually need to grow vegetables. Now, I live in the north of the United Kingdom, the northwest of the United Kingdom. We don't get a lot of sunshine up here. We get some, but not a lot. And if you're like me and you garden at home, then quite often the sun gets behind the property, so you get even less sun. So I don't think you need that much sun. You certainly need light, but I'm not too sure you need sunshine. Anyway, watch the video, see what you think. How to grow dwarf or bush beans in pots or buckets, start to finish. I've already done this one and I've done it again. I've doubled up on this one. These are obviously from a different growing year to the first beans in buckets video. How to make seaweed fertilizer start to finish. Well, in actual fact, I don't think I make fertilizer. I chop and drop this mix. There's no need to make fertilizer. All it needs to be is broken down. I think there's some nice footage on this video. I think we maybe do a walk to the seashore with the dog, with Molly, and I think we're in the local woods gathering forest bark, wood chip leaves, whatever's on the forest floor. Yeah, a good video. How to grow your favourite tomatoes from slices of tomato start to finish. Well, I'd seen this done and I wasn't too sure how easy this was, but believe me, this is the easiest way to germinate tomato seeds from tomatoes. It's so simple. Check it out. Molly's Organic Vegetable Challenge. Well, if you know my dog Molly, you'll know she likes the vegetables. She's always in the garden with me. I'm never too sure what her preference is. She'll eat them all, really, apart from onions and leeks and bits and bobs, but most vegetables Molly will have a go at. So in this video I put it to the test. I think we put out a potato, some peas and a carrot, and we just let Molly go for it. Dog tricks, potatoes and peas. Molly's in the veg patch start to finish. So I set the camera up in between the raised beds and get on with some other jobs in the garden and leave Molly to do what Molly likes to do. That's to go and have a sniff. Molly has a sniff between the raised beds. In fact, she does more than have a sniff. There are a number of ways you can cheat your potatoes, but in this first video, how to grow raster potatoes, 3-pot potato reveal. Well, there are no such things as raster potatoes, but you can make a potato look like a Rastafarian, and I'm only referring to the hairstyle, nothing else. If you cheat a potato in compost, keep it in the dark, then take it out, it has a Rastafarian hairstyle. I grow these potatoes on, I harvest them at the end of the video, and we can see if this way of cheating potatoes actually gets you any more potatoes at the end of the day. How to harvest leeks from frozen ground start to finish. Well, if you've got leeks in your garden, in a raised bed, and they freeze into the ground, you're not going to get them out unless you've got a jackhammer, depending on how hard the frost is. But if you've got leeks in pots outdoors and the pot freezes up, you'll get those out. Trust me, watch this video. How to grow vegetables in buckets with some recycle ideas that really work. I honestly can't remember what's in this video, but I do use a lot of recycling ideas in the garden. And there are some tips in this video for you. Okay. How to boost sweet corn in a homemade no-cost light box start to finish. Well, we're all getting cardboard boxes, aren't we? Everything comes in cardboard boxes. And if your cardboard box is big enough, it's the right shape, making this homemade no-cost light box is an absolute cinch. If you watch this you'll do it, and it does make a difference. And there is a technical demonstration that'll prove just how much extra light your seedlings will get if you grow them on in your homemade light box. How deep should I plant my potatoes? Potato reveal start to finish. Well, where this one came from, I'd noticed people planting potatoes and they looked awfully shallow to me. They only looked to be a few inches below the surface of the soil, and some people would grow them in straw and some people would grow them in paper, and it always made me think, well where are the potatoes going to be on the plant when the plant grows? It's so near to the surface. Are these potatoes all going to be green? Are they going to have green shoulders on them? And so I thought I would give this a go. And so I planted some potatoes at the usual depth in a pot, and then I planted some potatoes quite near the surface in the pot, let them grow and harvested them, and just made a comparison. And I think you might be surprised by the results, particularly from the potatoes that were deliberately planted near the surface. How to recognise carrots that have gone to seed start to finish. Okay, well, if you're growing in pots and buckets, the last thing you want in there are vegetables that have gone to seed. Why? Because you're not growing for seed, you're growing for vegetables, and also they'll just take up space. So really you don't want to be leaving vegetables in the pot that have gone to seed, and this is a way of recognising carrots that have gone to seed, and then just remove them from the pot or bucket. Okay, well, if you're still with me, you've got through that list, you've maybe spotted one or two vegetables you'd like to grow, one or two experiments you want to see start to finish. If that's the case, go to the text below this video now and click the link. But before you do that, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a like. If you're not a subscriber, that's up to you. You may want to subscribe now. This is Homegrown Veg, signing out.